Hey, Katie. Have you been fighting with my mom again? You really need to take it easy on her. I heard you made her cry.
Give me a break. I'm the one that should be crying, not her. What did she tell you?
I just got off the phone with her. She was inconsolable, crying about how you never listen to what she tells you.
Hey, could you do me a favor and stop talking about her? I just really don't want to talk about her right now.
What's the deal with you? I'm just asking you to be a little nicer to her. Couldn't you do that for me?
No, I can't. I'm sick of it. Can't you tell that she treats me like crap? Why am I the one that needs to be nicer? Why don't you tell her to lighten up a bit?
What are you talking about? My mom wouldn't do that. She's amazing. If you just made the effort to get to know her, you'd see that she's a really good person deep down.
Oh yeah? So someone who barges into her kid's house without warning and throws out all of our leftovers is a good person? I feel like I know her well enough, and I don't think I want to dig any deeper.
She was just looking out for me. Even when I was a kid, she was always really particular about me eating the best food.
So what does that make my cooking then? Garbage?
Well, as long as we're talking about it, your cooking isn't great. You have a bad habit of under-seasoning whatever you make. You could learn a thing or two from my mom. I'm sure she'd be glad to teach you.
Well, at least with my cooking, you won't get fat like that junk your mom makes.
Of course I lose weight eating your cooking. I can barely stomach it. You'd be better off taking it right from the pan and into the trash can. Do me a favor and try to learn how to cook. Anything would be better than what you make now.
Oh, please. She's been nagging me about that every day, offering to teach me to cook or telling me to come clean her house. I swear it never ends. The other day, she called me to get toilet paper, since she'd run out.
Well, I hope you did it. It's the least you could do as a daughter-in-law to show her a little respect.
And after that, she keeps me for hours to lecture me about all the ways that I need to improve as a wife and a daughter. It's ridiculous. She treats me like a servant. It's not like I don't have other things going on.
She's doing it for you. You should be so lucky to have people making time to chat and give you advice. Seriously, some people pay for that service.
But it never stops. One time I had a bite of salad with a dessert fork, and you would have thought I killed her dog or something. She actually hit me with the backside of her wooden sauce spoon. Do you think that's normal?
Well, it wouldn't have happened if you would start acting more refined. Someone needed to teach you how to act. It's not my mom's fault that your parents didn't instill good manners in you. You really need to accept that you're a part of my family now and start acting like it.
You know what? Fine. I give up. It was dumb of me to think that you'd understand. By the way, when I was going through some papers the other day, I came across a key I didn't recognize. What's that for?
Oh, well, I've been busy with work recently, and so I rented a room close to the office, just to help with the commute.
Is that so?
Let me guess. You have a problem with that?
No, not really. You just seem a little tense about it, that's all.
Well, you changed the conversation so suddenly, I was surprised, that's all. So of course I was a bit off guard.
It's just interesting that of the two keys, one has this really cute pink heart design on it. I wonder, is that sort of thing in fashion right now for a bachelor pad by the office?
Oh, that. They're doing a campaign right now, where they design the key for free, so I figured why not?
Oh, that's nice. Well then, I guess you were planning to let me have that pink one. It sure is cute.
No, not exactly. I was planning to leave that one at the office, just in case I lost the first one. I thought that would be best.
I see.
But don't worry, I'll make one for you sometime. Maybe when things slow down at work.
Thanks. What happened all of a sudden that you're so busy at work?
Yeah, it's been crazy recently. I'm overloaded with new projects, and if I don't work overtime, I won't be able to meet the deadlines. It's really a pain, but what can I do?
Oh, wow. I had no idea. It must be so hard for you.
What gives? You seem like you have something on your mind.
Nothing really. Maybe it just feels that way via text, but it must be so hard for you. I know how much you hate working overtime.
Yeah, well, this project is pretty important. In many ways, the future of the company is riding on this project going well. Which reminds me, I think I'm going to stay there tonight. I want to try to get ahead of things.
Alrighty. Don't go too crazy now.
What are you talking about? I could say the same thing to you. Just don't be bothering Mom. She knows what's best, so don't be giving her any trouble, you hear?
I can't believe it. He's definitely cheating on me. Sure, I'd had my doubts in the past, but this makes it certain. There's no other explanation, right? My name is Katie. I'm a 33-year-old web designer who works from home. My husband, Will, is 35 and works for my uncle's company pursuing acquisitions. To hear him tell it, he's the company's sales ace and they'd be lost without him. 4 years ago, I lost my parents in an accident and was left without anywhere to turn. I met Will just as I was trying to deal with all my feelings of loneliness. I was running an errand for my uncle and got lost on the way to his office when Will helped me find my way. At the time, I thought I'd found my shining prince, who would always be there to protect me on his trusty steed. Forget about a knight. Now when I look at him, all I can see is a dirty donkey. What's worse, he can't even protect me from his own mother, who's never liked me. My father-in-law passed away soon after our marriage, and the trouble started soon after. At first, I thought she was just lonely, and actually felt bad for her. But my patience began to wear thin after a while. But now, I guess it's my turn to go on the offensive. I'm going to repay all my suffering 10 times over. I hope they're ready.
Hey! Katie! Go pick me up a cake. I have friends coming over at 3 p.m., so make it quick.
Not this again. I keep telling you that you need to give me a heads up.
What was I supposed to do? It wasn't a planned event, it just came together like that.
Okay, I understand. So should I just grab one of those shortcakes you like from the bakery downtown?
That'll do nicely. Look at you. You're starting to catch on to what I like.
Well, of course, with our daily lectures, it would be hard to come away with nothing. So I have a good idea of your sense of taste.
Well, that's a good start. I guess the next step would be for you to stop calling me Will's mother. It's a bit too stiff, don't you think?
Understood. I'll try to remember, Mandy.
Please do. And by the way, when I dropped by a few days ago, I couldn't help but notice some rather flashy underwear. You wouldn't be having an affair, would you?
Of course not. I wouldn't dream of it. Me and Will are connected at the hip.
If you say so, I guess that's good enough for me. But just know I can't stand adultery. It makes my skin crawl just thinking about it. It's one of the most unforgivable sins a person can commit. You remember that?
I'll keep it in mind.
Well then, you wouldn't care if I threw that underwear out. Wearing something like that is bound to lead to impure thoughts, if not the act itself.
Fine.
And I also took the liberty of throwing away some of your more colorful jewelry. My Willie really prefers a more clean look.
Seriously? Are you talking about the accessory case with the lock on it from under my bed?
Yes. All those flashy earrings and necklaces really don't suit your complexion, my dear. You ought to be thanking me.
My parents gave me that case. Looking at it always gave me the feeling that they were watching over me.
How could you throw it away? Well, you don't need to worry about that anymore. Me and Willie are watching over you. You're a part of our family now, so you don't need to waste time thinking about your old parents who really can't do anything for you now.
That's terrible.
Oh? Do you have something to say about that?
No, I suppose I don't. It's water under the bridge. Well, it's nice to see that I'm finally getting through to you. What's put you in such a good mood today? It's like you say. You're my mother-in-law now, so I need to listen to what you have to say. Is that so? Well, I think I could get used to this improved Katie. I was worried that you'd never see reason. You know what? Bring the cake over and you can have some yourself. Really? Do you mean it? Of course! Unless you have something better to do. Grab yourself something to eat on the way, too. I'd love to. Thanks for the invitation. Actually, I had something to ask you too, Mandy. What is it? You know you can tell me anything. Well, Will's birthday is at the end of this month, so I was thinking maybe we should have a surprise party with Will's whole family and maybe my uncle too. Oh, that's a fabulous idea. But your place, it's a bit small for all those people, isn't it? Of course, you could use our house for the party if you wanted. That won't be necessary. Actually, since Will's been so busy with work recently, he's been renting a room near the office. He'll probably be staying there the night of his birthday too, so I think we should surprise him there. Oh, I get it. What kind of surprise were you thinking? First, the two of us will get there before Will. Wait, you should cook something for dinner. Oh, I don't mind cooking, really. And when the food is ready, everyone will jump out and surprise him. I'll wait outside to see when he's coming home. You don't want to be a part of the surprise. I'm sure he'd be much more surprised to see you there, Mandy. He'll be so thrilled. Well, I don't know about that. But I do know how to make my Willie happy. When I see Will, I'll text you, so be ready. When he opens the door, jump out and yell, "Surprise!" Oh my! That will be a great surprise! I'm getting excited already. Willie has been so busy with his work, so I'm sure this will be a great stress release for him. I can't wait for the end of the month. It can't come soon enough. Just make sure he doesn't find out about it. Of course, you can count on me. This is going to be wonderful. I wouldn't be surprised if Will is moved to tears. I think you're right. Listen, Katie, I want to apologize for how I've treated you in the past. I think I had misjudged you. I had no idea you were going to these lengths just to make my Willie happy. He's lucky to have you. Of course. Will is my husband, and he's very important to me. I would never do anything that wasn't in his best interest. I knew that I'd be able to get through to you one of these days. It's almost 2:30 now. I'll be there with the cake soon. Look at you coming early. You really are something else.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? Why is my mom waiting for me in my room? And the rest of my family and my boss, too.
Surprise! Happy birthday, Will.
What? What's going on here?
Today's your birthday, isn't it? Everyone came to celebrate with you. Where is the girl, by the way?
Well, she was surprised and went out to get a little air.
I see. I'm actually in the room now, too. She sure is cute. I loved the way she was shivering like a baby deer. You should probably bring her back soon.
She's just a subordinate of mine. It's not important, so just let her go home.
Well, that's not very nice. She's good enough to have an affair with, but not good enough to meet your family.
Affair? What are you talking about?
Well, are you always in the habit of bringing your subordinates back to your room with you? I can see what you like about her. She's certainly got some good assets.
What are you talking about? You've got it all wrong. She's working with me on this project, so I needed to go over a few things with her.
I'm not interested in your lame excuses. I'm already caught up to speed, so there's no point in lying. In fact, maybe your girlfriend should hear this too.
Willie? What's going on? Who is that slutty-looking woman you were with?
Mandy, I'll explain that now.
Mama, it's not what it looks like. Katie's just misunderstanding what's going on here.
Just be quiet for a second. The girl is Molly Harris. She's 25 and works in the administration department at Will's office. It seems like they've been seeing each other for about 10 months now.
You're wrong. Our relationship is purely business.
Exactly what business are you conducting with her in a dingy motel in the red light district? Fill us in, why don't you?
Willie, what's the meaning of this? Are you having an affair with that woman? Mama, I would never do something as terrible as that.
No, of course not. So then, Katie must be mistaken. I'm afraid not. I have the proof right here. Oh, wait, you're in the next room, so I can just show you now.
Wait, what sort of proof? Don't show Mama anything.
Why not? It's nothing you're ashamed of, right? If you were, then you would have never done it.
Just tell me what sort of proof you think you have.
Tusk, tusk. Mandy just got a look at some of the proof. I think she shut herself in the toilet.
I can't believe this.
You sure were bold, getting busy on the balcony where anyone could see you, and making a scene in the car. From the sound of it, you were really enjoying yourself.
You actually showed her that?
Well, what was I supposed to do? You're her cute little boy. She would never believe you were capable of this.
Listen, this was just a momentary mistake. Nothing more. It was never anything serious. Just a bit of fun.
Not serious? Even though the two of you have been looking at wedding packages together?
How do you know about that?
Well, you were lying to me about working late. The two of you were meeting up and playing house or something.
Well, it was Molly's idea, and she was pretty insistent.
Oh, really? So my private eye must have been lying when he said it was you making all the preparations for the wedding.
What, so she was there?
Of course. You know your mother loves you, so she got so excited to surprise you. I figured it would be good to show her what you really are.
You had no right to do that. Who do you think you are, treating us all as puppets? You make me sick.
What? Shouldn't that be my line? Cheaters like you are worse than garbage.
Really, I think you're taking it a bit far.
Not far enough! Cheating scum don't deserve to enjoy God's green earth. I can't believe this. I'll never forgive you for this.
Mama, why would you say that? It's me. I'll always be your little boy, right?
If you knew Mandy, you'd know that adultery is the worst thing in the world to her. My parents had affairs throughout my whole childhood. Then everyone I ever dated cheated on me in the end. The only person who was ever faithful was my husband. God rest his soul. Even if you are my little boy, I still can't forgive you for what you've done. Some things can never be undone. You've had a hard time, Mandy.
Mommy, I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
I'm not the one you need to be apologizing to. Tell it to your wife.
You're right. I'm sorry. This was all my fault. I'm willing to accept the consequences of my actions, but please let Molly go home. She doesn't need to be dragged into this.
Wow. I can't believe you go so far to protect her. She must be really special.
No, it's not like that at all. It's just not her fault. We were just having some fun, and it didn't go any further than that. I'm sure she's already feeling bad enough for what she's done.
Actually, my uncle is having a little chat with Molly as we speak. It seems like you were using company money to pay for your little dates, so he has some questions.
How did you know about that?
Did you think that no one would find it out? You must have been living in a fantasy world, or else you're just stupid.
Well, I was just borrowing a little here and there, and I was planning on paying it back, so I don't really see what the problem is here.
Don't you see how you sound? Talking about the company's money as if a friend lent you a couple bucks to buy a beer?
I mean, that's not how I meant it. It's just like, you know.
I think that you're probably liable for damages here. You had better hope that my uncle doesn't want to take this to court.
Katie, what do you want me to say? I'm sorry. I messed up. I'll do whatever is necessary to make it up to you. Can't you just let this go so that we can move on?
What, the embezzling of company funds? Or are you talking about the affair?
I mean both. I know that I really messed up this time. It was stupid, and I see that now. I just think if you gave me one more chance, then things could be better between us. Like they used to be. I promise I'll be a better husband from now on, so please give me one last chance.
Oh, please. So you're groveling for forgiveness without ever coming to apologize in person? I'm ashamed of you. I can't believe I raised such a terrible son. Katie, you should do whatever you think is best. I certainly wouldn't think poorly of you if you never forgave him for this. A man like this, who has an affair and even steals money from their company to do it, isn't really a man at all. He doesn't deserve you. Mandy, you're too kind. Thank you so much. Well, of course, Katie. I'm your mother, so it's only right that I take your side and protect you whenever you need me. And William, I don't think I can ever forgive you for this. I can't even look at you as a son anymore. Even after you're gone, I'll still keep taking care of Katie as if she was my own adopted daughter, so she'll never need to worry about you again. Thanks, Mandy. That's very kind of you, but I'm afraid I'm not interested. What do you mean? Of course, I'll never be able to forgive Will after what he did, but that doesn't mean I'm going to run to you for protection. You never saw my side of things, and you made my life hell with all of your meddling. Well, I don't know if I'd call that meddling. I was just trying to make sure that the two of you had a happy life together. I just thought I'd pass along some tips on how to be a better wife, and to guide you on your journey. If you were really looking out for me, you wouldn't have told me to forget about my parents. I appreciate some of the things you've done for me, but I still can't forgive you either. You've caused me too much pain. You poor girl. I think you were just so lonely after losing your parents. I was just looking out for your best interests. I may have taken things a bit too far, and I'm so sorry for any pain I may have caused, even if I didn't mean to. I'm getting a divorce from Will. It's over between us. I never want to see you again. And I have no intention of staying with my adopted mother, so you may as well forget about that.
Katie, I don't know what else to say. I feel terrible. Please, you just have to forgive me. I promise I won't be anything but kind to you from here on out. You'll never have a reason to complain about my treatment of you. So, what do you say, Katie? Will you come live with me? I think we could have a good life together. I don't want to be alone.
Well, you won't be alone. You'll have your cheating son to keep you company. I'm sure the two of you will have a lovely time together.
How awful! I'd rather share my house with cockroaches than my worthless son.
If that's how you feel, then enjoy your time with the cockroaches. I'm meeting a lawyer tomorrow morning, and I'm planning to tell him I've been cheated on by my husband and abused by my mother-in-law. I think I should be able to get a suitable settlement. That's all from me, so I'll be saying goodbye to the both of you.
Katie, wait! I'll make it up to you! Just give me a chance to fix things. I love you. Shut up, William! Haven't you messed up enough already? Katie, please! I know that my son has been terrible to you, but don't throw me away too! I'm sorry for everything, so let's start over again as mother and daughter.
After that, the divorce process moved smoothly for me. I got my divorce settlement and a hefty alimony. I think the judge was pretty sympathetic toward me because of the blatant cheating. As for Mandy, she was ordered to pay a fee of $5,000 to repay the value of the jewelry she had thrown away. Unfortunately for Will, that wasn't the end of his legal problems. My uncle is a man with a strong sense of justice, and he was not the type to forgive a crime such as embezzlement of company funds. In cooperation with the police, Will was arrested and taken into custody. The story ran on the news, and before long, everyone all over the country knew about what he did. He even earned himself a nickname as the Greedy Cheater, which ran alongside his picture on all the stories. Once he serves his time and gets out, he'll go straight into another sort of prison, as he fights to pay off his settlement. Me and Mandy still talk sometimes, mainly just sending a few texts back and forth. I still haven't forgiven her for what she did to me, but a part of me feels sorry for her being left all alone. Do you think I went a bit too easy on her? My job is one I can do from home, so I started a new life far away, somewhere that my ex-husband will never find me. I guess you could say that I'm married to my job at this point. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button and please subscribe to the channel. We'll see you again soon.